Monday night, folks. We're live. OCR TV coming at you. Pocono Raceway. We got the cold, hard art. 3-wide Racing Cup Series. Coming to you from Pocono Raceway. 80 hot laps of action tonight. Thomas Morris, Matt Kingston, Trey Landry in the booth. Gentlemen, tell them about it.
I feel like you may have oversold that. Hot action tonight. Because it's Pocono, and we all know you can kind of watch him come down the straightaway, and then that's normally it. But, maybe not tonight. Overcast, going to have some super speeds down the long front stretch here, Matt. Maybe we'll see some 3, 4, 5 wide into turn 1.
That wouldn't shock me here at all, Thomas. So looking now, Peter Short has the pole for now, and he has the fastest time scored in practice. So maybe, not his, but he scored faster than practice in qualifying. So maybe he'll be able to hang on to that one.
It's shocking, I know, right? Peter Short, quick. I don't think we've ever seen that before.
I think it's just luck.
Well, it's been a while since we've been here in the Cold Hard Art Cup Series. We're supposed to have a little showdown last week. Didn't happen. Got rescheduled or I don't know what the word would be. Reworking something bigger and better. Been since Charlotte, though, since the Cup cars have been on the track. And if we remember correctly, Kevin Finn won that race. So punched his ticket into the chase. Playoffs, whatever we call them.
Look now, Cameron Rich just popped up to the top of the board. 861.
Yeah, blazingly, just a little over 100th quicker there. That's, it's pretty impressive for a 2.5 mile tricky triangle like this to be that close in times.
Imagine this weather, overcast and 70 something. There's going to be a lot of grip out there.
Let's hope so, because we've seen when Pocono doesn't have much grip, it can turn into a slugfest here on iRacing. So probably better track conditions for a overall better race for these guys tonight.
It could also pose to be a little bit of a problem here. About 3 or 4 laps into the run, I was noticing turn 3 was they're running out of real estate coming up off that, and we've noticed in previous broadcast guys that usually seems to be the trouble corner. So we'll see if that holds true for tonight.
Well, we can't say it's turn 4 because there is no turn 4, so it has to be turn 3, right?
I think Trey has a theory on that.
Oh, not this again.
Not this again.
Like Trey said, though, Cameron Rich currently your provisional pole sitter with Peter Short P2 at the moment. Nick Miller with a stout run there, P3. Kevin Finn 4th, and Paul Ross rounding out your top 5.
Handful of drivers there that did not take times. Now, guys, do you think that's a good call, or would you like to get up there and mix it up here and probably, hopefully, the top 10 if you were to take a time?
Pocono, it's like a mixed bag. You can do pretty good from the back if you have a good setup, I feel like, or a good knowledge, I guess, since it's fixed up a good knowledge of the track and know where to pass. I don't know about Trey. Trey, have you ran many cup races here? It's fun.
Yeah, I've run a few. It's kind of fun, but if I can qualify in the top 5 with some pretty good guarantees, I'll try to qualify. If not, I'm starting in the back.
Shocker to see Chuck Sweeting has yet to take a lap. I don't know if he's going to try and march through the field again. Was the second quickest in practice. Kind of a shame to not get up there and mix it up with the guys, but we know Chuck likes to be pretty conservative, so maybe he's just trying to ease his way into the Cup Series here.
Very possible, Thomas. And the last time we saw Chuck, I believe, unless I'm misinformation here in my head, Chuck was running in the Thompson race where he almost came home with victory, but got kind of stuck unlucky there at the end of that run.
Yeah, unlucky. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's what we're going to go with.
Yeah. 6 laps down, unlucky.
Looks like the chat's already popping with a couple of names there. Chuck said there's mega grip out there, and our good old friend Randall Fox is in the chat tonight, fellas.
Yay.
He's,
Oh, happy anniversary, Randall. believe it was either today or yesterday, a couple of days ago. I saw it.
Oh yeah, I believe that was on Facebook. 7 years or something like that. 14,000. It's all the same, right?
That's
Yeah. I mean, once you get past that first year, like it goes in like dog years.
We got Cameron Rich popping in saying he's not supposed to qualify well. That's true. We always talk about him not backing up when he runs in practice, but he actually improved on that tonight. So maybe that's a sign that he's gonna do well, or he could be like Matt Kenseth, who used to, when he qualified well, he did terrible in the races. So
now he just qualifies poorly and races poorly.
well, that's pretty much how you lose your job. That and you wreck someone out of a championship. But we won't go there.
No, best to not.
I mean, you could, but it's pretty fine line. I feel like with the people in the booth and in the league, there are not too many Nagano fans. I feel like, so we'll just leave it there. Good qualifying run for Brooks Westphal there, fellas. Daytona 500 winner all the way back in March. Still clicking along here. Qualified 6th.
Seeing Danny Dalmedia P11 there in that one. That's good for him. He's, as he said, he's trying not to die. So we'll see if he can.
Are we still on that one? Because it's not working out too well.
So we're hoping to see you finish this one, Danny.
We got Danica Race Clark there, 7th, looking to get a good showing in after had a rough couple races on the dirt and on the oval side here lately, on the asphalt side.
Name here that we haven't seen in a while on the track, 77, Drew Eisenman. Not take a time of qualifying, but he was 7th quick in practice. So see if he can mix it up there as long as he does start the race.
I guess, Trey, you're going to miss your little spectator chat that you normally get to have with Drew since he's in the car tonight, unless he wrecks out early.
I know.
Just have to make new friends now.
Yeah.
Got a couple new faces. Well, not new, I guess, but haven't been here in a while. Like you said, Drew Eisman back. The 08, hadn't seen that one in a while. Well, I guess that's really it, those two. But good to see those back at least. No Chad Brown, I'm noticing. Just looking through the field, kind of knocking off some people who were normally here, but I guess they kind of get replaced with the guys who showed back up this week. Everyone's favorite Carlos also not here tonight, so we won't have to use our translate button.
He must still be clean. Sorry,
that's good for at least 20 green flag laps.
I was going to say he must still be cleaning out the pace truck from the dirt race we had last night. Or at least trying to put new body panels on it, because I think he hit those tires on pit lane about 6 or 7 times.
Danny say see you guys on lap 10. That's pretty bad. You can make it longer than that. We believe in you. At least make it halfway through a fuel run.
Now, guys, 75% fuel tonight. How long do you think you can make her on a fuel run?
Chuck, you're in chat. Let us know.
Is that really going to be a thing you have to worry about?
You never know. We could get surprised here.
Was it usually around, what, 40, 41?
We should know this because the last race you streamed here at Pocono came down to fuel mileage almost.
Yeah, so it was what, 42, 43 with a full tank, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. When I was in the cutaway car this afternoon, before I got cut out of it, I was seeing when I first started, I could make probably 25 laps, I think, comfortably.
I don't think your math adds up there.
That's what it was telling me, but I don't have one of those fancy dashes to tell me when I should pit and stay out and do math for me.
I thought it used to be a full tank got you about 30 laps.
Oh,
That's what Kevin Finn said, about 30 laps of fuel. So I guess it was more closer to 40 there, Trey.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. It was 41, 42.
I guess that's about right because that's what you do at Daytona, about 39 to 40. So. And Talladega. I got that number. I'll never forget how many you can do at Talladega.
Yeah. Well, just over 2 minutes before we grid this thing up.
I was trying to think just about 30. That isn't, if it stayed green, there's not really a whole lot of strategy you're going to play there. But we've seen cautions can be a little bit of a pickle here if the pace car is not in the right spot when the caution comes out. Trey, we saw that come into play in a couple races we've streamed in the past.
Yeah, if you get a caution on the start before the cars cross the start finish line, be prepared to do a green flag pit stop.
Yeah, if you plan on pitting, you're going to have to come in about, what, $170, I think they were going?
Yeah. Especially those guys in the back.
Yeah, I feel bad. If you kind of get back there and you can't get caught up, you're really just going to come in pit lane and stay where you're at because there's just no time to be made up. Well, I guess that's why you qualify up front, right, boys?
Easier
That's
said
what they
than
say.
done.
Well, you just drive around, turn left, right?
If we're only that easy, I would still be running top 10.
Well, I mean, then your internet.
Yeah, sometimes I run top 10, then it scores me about 7 laps down because my internet kicks out. Thanks, Bell. Even though you don't watch anything or look at anything that I say.
I'll we'll tag a minute after.
It don't matter. You can tag them anywhere. They don't look at it. They don't care. Anybody from Canada, you feel my pain.
Eh? I don't know. Mr. Dyson had pretty good internet last night.
He probably lives in a city and not wherever you call this. The sticks, I guess.
It's kind of like this area that we're in right now in Pennsylvania. It's kind of out in the middle of nowhere. Nothing really happening.
There is something happening off turn 3. I see a big plume of smoke. I believe it's Ickes with his cart and wagon. It looks like it's on fire. Too much horsepower, I guess, for the cart.
I don't really know where to go with that one. Maybe it's small hands or something. Did you drive it into the solar field, which is not actually modeled on the iRacing version? But...
Well, neither is the pavement.
Oh. Well, I mean, it's modeled, but it's not the correct pavement. All right, boys, time to grid them up here for 80 laps of fun. Rolling off P1, as we've said it before. The Eisentek Empire gonna lock out the whole front row. It's Cameron Rich grabs the pole and Peter Short grabs outside pole.
Lining up in the third position with the 9 of Nick Miller, his best qualifying performance of the season, I believe, in the Cold Hard Art Cup Series. And outside of him, in fourth spot, we have the 14 of Kevin the Flying Finn.
And starting fifth, the 18 of Paul Ross. To his outside, that number 41, Brooks Westfall.
Rolling off P7 for Eisentek Empire as well. Ray Clark, and to his outside, Sam Klobuchar, current point leader here in the Cold Hard Art Cup Series.
Ripping behind him, we have the 83 Johnny Thomas in the 9th spot. On his outside round at the top 10, the 89 of Brent Miller.
Starting 11th in that number 1 car, good-looking Gamma Labs paint scheme. That's Danny D'Almeida. Starts his outside 12th, the 87 of Richard Hines.
Rolling off P13, we have the 38 of Cody Wright, and to his outside, Wade Lear in the 03 for Johnny Thomas Racing.
In the 15th spot, we got the 12 of Matt Hackathorn. Outside him, league owner and admin, 90 of Corey Lindsay in the 16th spot.
Starting 17th, it's 63 of Mike Stevens. To his outside, starting P18, Jeffrey Crete.
Rolling off P19 in the 88 machine, Rusty Webb, and rolling off P20, Chuck Sweeting, making his first cup start here in 3 wide.
Rounding out the rest of the field that did not take time, the 77 of Drew Eisman starting 21st, the 7 of Jess Story starting 22nd, and the 08 of Steve Ketterman starting P23.
I want to call him Kettleman for some reason. It just like makes it want to roll off my tongue that way.
He's driving an awesome Krispy Kreme donut car.
He should totally hook us up if he knows somebody.
I've only had one and I loved it.
Only one, eh? What are you, a Dunkin' Donuts kind of guy?
Tim Hortons.
Oh,
Eh?
that's true, yeah. Burger King.
Ugh.
So I guess we could steal some things from NASCAR on Fox. Keys to watch tonight would probably be Chuck Sweeting trying to march to the field, and if Cameron Rich can dominate from the front, since he normally has to work his way through the field.
I'm thinking turn 3, guys. That's going to be the trouble spot.
As we know, pace car comes off early here. Green flag.
It caught some of these guys by surprise.
Definitely a big jump for Cameron there as the inside road does not get going with Nick Miller.
Race Clark there looking to try to make it 3 wide, but he falls back in line behind Paul Ross, one into turn 1. Oh, there's trouble there, the 9th round. What a save. Always losing it again. He's going to come back up the track. Oh, no, 89 ball.
Oh, man.
Already.
90, 32 around. Looks like just Story in it.
Jeffrey Acree, Nick Miller. Wade Lear's destroyed.
Oh, they all got swept up into that one.
Jess Story looks like he's pretty hurt.
Brett Miller got a pretty good chunk of that one, too.
Jess Story might be okay, but he might have knocked the rear end housing just a little bit. It looks like maybe Paul Ross and that 18 machine got into the back of Nick Miller in the 9 and sent him for a loop. He almost had it saved, but unfortunately overcorrected when he got in the rumble strip in the grass down there. And Danny Dalmeda involved also.
Yeah.
Dang.
10 laps, bud. How about turn 1? Yeah, it looks like Paul Ross just gave his teammate a little shot there. Not something you normally see.
And unfortunately, all those guys on the high side just had nowhere to go because everything just came up the track, and you're coming through there at speed. You can't just exactly crank your left and avoid it.
No, as bumpy as it is, too, there's really nowhere. You can't just move it around because you'll lose control of yourself. Once you got in the grass, that was it. That was game over. Of course, once you get punted into turn 1, it's kind of game over. So.
Yeah. Looking at Corey Lindsay, he's going to have quite a bit of damage, but he might be looking better than a lot of the guys involved in this, so he might be able to get that pulled out.
Well, pretty much at Pocono, any kind of damage, it's going to be a long night.
Well, this is a good time that I can bust out a trivia question here, I guess, guys.
What would that be?
Just give me a second. I had it on my phone and I lost it.
Oh.
Here it is. This is a toughie. I think Trey's going to like this one. What driver, he is not active anymore, has the most top 10 finishes at Pocono in the Monster Energy Cup Series?
I think I know this one.
I'm sorry, I missed that completely. I was reading chat.
Sorry, I'll say it again. What driver in the Monster Energy Cup Series, he is retired now, has the most top 10 finishes at Pocono Raceway?
Oh, I know that one. I think I do.
So, you guys know it, put her in the chat there. And I'll give the answer at the end of the caution, I guess, because it's going to be about 20 minutes.
Do.
So, guys, I guess starting in the back for Chuck and those guys was not a bad call, considering that happened in P3.
Yeah, it makes you look pretty smart, doesn't it? Of course, I don't foresee anyone thinking that teammates were going to wreck each other in turn 1. So
No.
that always makes the Monday meeting fun.
As of now, we have no retirees, unless somebody hauls behind the wall here before long, but everybody seems to be on pit road and in their cars.
It won't be long because some of those cars are pretty beat to hell. Like the 9 is in the bumper, like the back part of the bumper there, so it's going to be pretty hard to control.
All 3 of Wade Lear might be done for the day. There's no front clip, and I think the back end's also yeah, I think he's going to be done for the day. Looking here, Levi Zielinski says Jeff Gordon. That is incorrect.
Chad Brown guessing Richard Petty.
It's a good guess.
It's like, is it Richard Petty, Ricky Rudd? What was the one in the Xfinity series that you always Sam Hard?
I think I know this one.
Yeah, it's a little more recent than that. Not Jeff Gordon, but Richard Petty.
I'll just throw this little hint out for anybody that's still trying
Come
to guess.
on.
It's only a small one.
No hints. No hints.
Okay. I guess I can hold it.
It's not that hard, really. Think about it, people. Most top 10s. Retired. I mean, there haven't been that many good people retired lately. So. Shots fired.
What about Smoke? He's good.
I stand by my statement.
If lights off in the pace car, guys, I will give you the answer.
Can I guess?
Yes, go ahead, Trey.
I'm going to say Mark Martin.
Also, my guess.
Yeah, you got her. Mark Martin. He has 34 top 10 finishes at Pocono, the most ever of any Monster Energy Cup Series driver.
How many starts?
I never got that far. Just 1 second. I was counting. Well, I'll do this. The first Pocono race was in 1974. I just gave away my other question. Damn it. And they only started doing double duty in 1982. So if somebody wants to do the math on that, I'm sure he was there from then until 2014.
No, he wasn't at the first one. No.
1989.
89, okay. So from 89 on, they were doing double duty. So 2 times that many, that's a lot.
Math is hard.
All right, we'll see if this front row is keyed into the fact that the green flag waves. Jeff Bodine waves that green flag before the pace car gets off the track.
They hit it pretty quick here. I get it. It's nice though because you don't really jumble up the field. You just kind of go. Speaking of going, there we go. Rich, better start there in the front. Most of the guys got rolling this time, except Peter Short a little slow there.
Pretty spaced out here looking at the back too, which might bode better for a longer green flag run.
Or into turn 1.
Watch out, Brooks. He's on your tail. Pretty clean so far.
Safely through turn 1 down to the tricky tunnel turn here.
Oh, big push there by the 87. He got washed up there in the tunnel turn.
Looks like he got to the wall a little bit.
Looks like the patch still the way to go through 3. There's everybody's kind of running a little bit. Looks like one got shot out just a little bit. Not going to work out for him though. He's going to lose. Looks Sam Close going to get the run on the outside here.
Yeah, looks like the Johnny Thomas in the 41. Little door check there.
Just make sure he was still there.
Yeah, Johnny's going to lose about 3 spots there.
It was such a big track, but just a little mistake can cost you so much time here. As you know, trying at just, one little bobble on the tunnel turn, you can lose half a second.
Brooks Westfall trying to make the move by the 22. Race Clark. Doesn't look like it's going to happen that time. It got real tight and almost pushed into him.
I didn't listen to him in practice, but I don't believe it's warm enough to actually shift. I believe it's too cold. Especially with the overcast.
Yeah, I'd be surprised if these guys are shifting maybe later in the run when the tires wear. They might drop down, but definitely not on poor freshies.
Paul Ross trying to take a look on Peter Short here into the tunnel turn.
Should be able to make that move, I think. Yeah, Peter's going to kind of back out of it because that's a hard spot to make it work on the high side, I think, of the tunnel.
Might drag Kevin Finn with him. He's going to try to make the move here in turn 3.
Hard to make that stick on the bottom through 3.
Yeah.
A bit of a drag race there, not can out drag him into turn 1, maybe.
Sam Posh, point leader, looking to get in there and pass the 14 of Kevin Finn.
So you go from one corner trying to pass a guy to by the time you get to the next one, he's trying to pass you. So.
Kevin pushed a lot there. Yeah.
Real bumpy on the bottom doing it. It's kind of those things you just can't get down there. I'm not sure how bad it is in the thick set, but I know last time I was there in an open set, it was really rough to run on the bottom.
Matt Hackathorn back there looking to take over the 9th position from Richard Hines. He touches the rumble strip through the tunnel and almost got the firm there, but he kept her under control.
A little hacking on it, and he's good to go.
Oh, he's all over those rumble strips.
Said,
Oh, trouble there. The 14's around. Oh,
Ooh.
Big hit there. Oh, my God. Matt Hackathorn is dead.
And they're still wrecking.
I caught the 22 wrecking after that, but wow, yeah, that was... Whew. To catch an angle on that one.
Ooh, looked like a little net code started that one between the 14 and the 5. And then everybody else just forgot where their brakes were.
Looks like the 14 may have got a little loose at a 4.
Yeah,
3,
and then
3, whatever.
you had the 5 close to his left rear quarter panel, and you know, messing with the laws of netcode there, just kind of sent him around.
Kevin Finn was all but unscathed there until Matt Hackathorn came through. But I mean, that's a tough thing to see too. I can agree with that with the smoke. It's kind of hard to tell where that driver actually is.
Yeah, that's a tough one. I believe he might actually be kicking himself for that one because it looks like he got that right rear just a little bit out of that seam, or patch, I guess. And it, you know, once you do that, Matt, it kind of unsettles the car. So, might kick himself when he watches that one on a replay.
That was a hard hit there for that 12 car. Good thing this is virtual.
He took a hard hit in the dirt race last night as well, did he not?
I believe so.
Yeah,
I'm
I
looking
think
here.
he ended up at the snow cone stand.
Rusty Webb got through that one. He just caught himself in the outside wall trying to avoid it. So he's going through pretty well unscathed. Not much front end damage on him.
Looks like Race Clark didn't hit anything, did he? He just kind of yanked it to miss him and lost control.
I would imagine we might see pit stops here.
Yeah, probably.
Before we roll through that,
not a bad man, but
before I roll through that, I'll roll through another trivia question. This one's gonna be a little bit tougher. What series was the first? Stand by. What series was the first officially sanctioned event at Pocono Raceway? And I will give you this hint: it was in 1971. And I'm not speaking just NASCAR. It's broad.
oh, he just gave it away there.
Yeah, I shouldn't have added that.
Do I need to call it what it is today or what it was back then?
I want what it is today and what series it is today. Yeah, that's what I want.
We'll see what you've. We'll see if you know what series it is today.
Now I'm thinking I don't.
Looks like everybody came out pit road.
Yeah, tires are pretty important here at the Tricky Triangle.
Cameron Ridge maintains position. Paul Ross second, Peter Short third. Sam close fourth, and Brooks Westfall, shout out to him, top 5.
Yeah, still hanging in there. Boy, those were some subpar cup pit stops there. In the 16 seconds for a lot of people.
Well,
Well, right now the official retirees for this event Well, the 6:11 rule is the 89 of Brent Miller and the 03 of Wade Lear. They're both 8 laps down, so that exceeds the rule.
Oh, that makes sense. When I look at this, it gives me total time in the pit box, not just a stop. That's actually 2 seconds.
Let's see. Drew Eisman didn't take time. He's already up to 8th. Chuck Sweeting, also another quad person that didn't qual. He's up to 12th. Jess Story's actually 11th. Caught up in that early stuff.
Yeah, make a nice rebound.
Oh, looking here, guys, the 12 of Matt Hackathorn has pulled it behind the wall, which is kind of expected from the the whack he took there on the inside wall.
I think they're still pulling pieces of it out of the wall.
Kevin Finn, though, is back out on track without anything on the back end.
All right, boys, looks like we're gridded back up here. Gonna try this again. Got a little different front row this time with Cameron Rich and Paul Ross.
Yeah, but that 33 Southwest machine ain't too far away there, sitting P3. He just lost 1 spot there.
Looking to book his ticket to the front here.
That Boeing 17 is gonna be hard to beat.
So did you get any guesses in chat, Matt, for your whatever you asked for your trivia?
We have here Heinous Pilot, I believe.
I think Bunch has it right.
Corey Bunch. Yeah, there's
I
another
don't know if
person I
he's
saw here.
answering the trivia question or if he's just, talking.
He's probably just wants someone to pay attention to him.
Yeah, we had Heinous Pilot, Levi Zielinski, and I guess Corey Bunch maybe got the question right. It is IndyCar. They started in 1971, as I said before, and that race was won by Mark Donahue, who was an answer on one of my other questions many moons ago.
Yeah.
Alrighty, guys, these guys are 2x2, and Bodines can get ready to wave that flag from the pace truck car machine.
Car truck?
Car truck.
And they're
There
gone.
they go. Nice jump there by Cameron Rich. Brooks Westfall, also nice jump. He's right in the back bumper, that 33.
Good jump for Paul Ross as well. Once again, Peter Short not really quick on the draw there. Not sure if he maybe has auto blip on.
I think he just has Corey Bunch syndrome.
Yeah, Paul Ross, big run there. Gonna try to challenge, but no, can't make it stick. 3 wide.
We actually had too good a run there, Trey, as he kind of overshot the corner.
Drew Eisman not going to make his way back up to the front. He goes on the inside of Cody Wright and make that work going through the tunnel turn. They're 2x2 in front of him.
Cameron Rich looks in his mirror and he smiles because he knows you can't make him any time running side by side here.
Without a doubt. Peter Short had a nice run there on the bottom. See if he can make it stick on the exit. He does.
Ooh, little sparks off a 3 there from somebody who Drew Eisenman.
I think 77 just kissed the wall. .41 Brooks Westfall trying to go to the inside of the 18 of Paul Ross. Not going to make it happen, but Peter Short lost a lot of momentum there in the center. Chuck Sweeting made it work there. It's looking high on Johnny Thomas going into the turn 3. He's right behind Jess Story in that 7.
Well, the long way around there, wasn't he?
He made it work.
Sometimes if you've got the confidence in your car, you pinch that guy down to the tunnel turn. If he has to breathe the gas just a little bit, you can keep that run going. This Chuck's going to try and make the move on Jess Story here into turn 1.
Does makes it work. So move Chuck up to 8th.
We know Chuck's pretty methodical there, Trey. He's going to slowly pick his way up through the field here.
Just seeing here now, guys. Corey Lindsay, the 90 machine, is done for the night. It's over the 6th lap rule.
Yeah, once again, not really surprising with the way those cars look. Honestly, if you still could drive it, I don't think you would around Pocono. It's just not too much fun.
Torture.
Yeah.
Ooh, Cody Wright on the wall. Well, a little scuff there, maybe. Looks like you're right, Matt. Exit of 3, starting to claim a few of them as we start to try start some campfires there off of 3.
Cameron Rich has the lead right now by 1.3 seconds over your point leader Sam Close in that 5. And oddly enough, Cameron is only trailing Sam by, I believe, 4 points in the championship picture. So.
Yeah, it looks like the picture's starting to get a little clearer now as we see who's maybe going to rise to the occasion here through the summer months. But still a long way to go before we actually lock into the playoffs.
3 wide down the straightaway here going into the tunnel. Brooks Westfall, Drew Eisenman, and Paul Ross. Brooks jumps out of the gas, or sorry, turn 3. Then Brooks jumped into the gas, but now they're back 3 wide on the exits.
I believe Paul Ross once again maybe overdrove that corner just a little bit. It's going to cost him 2 spots since Eisman very aware of where the car is behind him as he slides right back in front of him.
Put him up to P4, another big mover along with Chuck Sweeting.
And Paul Ross went from trying to be in a 3-way battle to maybe losing 2 spots within a lap and a half.
It's a good run out of 2 there. Try to make the move on the tunnel turn on Brooks. He's got the preferred line, and Brooks is just going to ease out of it.
Yeah, smart call. Trey, you run somebody side by side through there, you're only going to stand a chance of hurting yourself or getting into the wall. With the guy below you might actually push up into you or something.
Come back here, Race Clark making the move on the 83 Johnny Thomas on the bottom side of turn 3, which I think is incredibly hard to do.
Oh, I missed my pun with Brooks. I should have said I guess he can spot the danger. Because he has Spotify on the car. Come on, it's the first one tonight.
I mean, if you have to explain it, it kind of loses its appeal.
I've been told that, but I've also been told just keep going with it and explain it and then laugh at it. So it makes everyone uncomfortable. So. Speaking of uncomfortable, looks like 38 still not too happy with his car there as he loses another spot through the tunnel turn to Jess Story.
Don't look now, guys. That 5 of Sam Close is catching our leader, the 17 of Cameron Rich.
How can I tell? I can't look. Oh, 22 around.
Oh, somebody else around the 32.
Yeah, looks like Cree had to lock it up to miss him there.
A little bit of contact there, but they should be okay.
See what happened with Ray Stanica Clark here.
Just lost it there, coming off the corner.
I'm thinking he touched the wall. Did he, Trey?
Yeah.
Not well. Yeah, the inside wall he did. Yeah.
Oh no, I thought he just got in the wall. That was.
Oh no, he looks like he straddled the seam in the center of 3, and it upset the car.
Yeah, these things don't like that very much.
When you have patch and non-patch, you get that different grip level, and around you go. And like I said, nowhere for 32. He just kind of got collected. It's a shame. I was kind of looking to see how that was going to turn out there, Matt. Like I said, the 5 was starting to turn up the wick a little bit.
I'm sure that's not gonna be the only time we see Sam starting to catch Cameron. Those two are very good drivers, and we'll just see how it plays out, I guess. It might be a little bit closer now that they can start side by side. Permanente doesn't lose any spots on pit road.
I mean, they still have 59 laps to sort this out. So.
I'm gonna go with another tough Pocono question, I think. Might not be too tough, though.
How many deer have been hit here over the years?
What NASCAR Cup Series driver has completed the most laps at Pocono Raceway?
Active or?
He is retired also.
Is it the same guy with the most top 10s?
It is not. It is not Mark Martin.
I would say this would be a good guess for Richard Petty.
Hit her up in chat there, guys. Tell me what you think, and I'll tell you if you're right or wrong.
Well, I know it won't be Dale. So we have, looks like most of the field headed down pit lane here. Looks like Kevin Finn gonna get the wave around here.
It looks like Johnny Thomas stayed out. I don't know if he's going to
Interesting.
try to get a lap lead.
Hornets come out of pit road, and Sam Close might be. Right now, he scored
Should be
third.
second. I think second.
Probably gonna cycle through to second, yeah.
Well, yeah, third with Johnny Thomas being out there.
Chuck Sweeting comes out, I believe, standby. That's so confusing. I think he came out P8. No, he's closer than that. P6, so he gained 2 spots on pit road.
I'm gonna say 7th. Johnny Thomas. So no real change there. One kind of held station. So did that put Kevin Finn? Yes, it did. It did put Kevin Finn back on the lead lap. So not that it's going to do him a whole lot of good looking at that car. But
Yeah, if he keeps plugging away, he might be able to get a top 15 finish with, depending on how many more major incidents we have.
yeah. Because what would that put him right now? 19th, and we just saw 22 have major damage. So Nick Miller still has no rear bumper on that car. So.
See Kevin Finn's coming back in for servicing along with Race Clark, I believe. Oh, just hearing now, Danny D'Almeida in that number 1 machine is being black flagged for going through too many pit stalls, so he's going to be lining up at the tail end of the field this restart.
Not terrible for him. Going to lose, what, 5-6 spots? But not the worst in the world. Oh, the race chatter is so pleasant.
Yeah, it is.
Johnny Thomas did come in and pit, by the way.
I
So
figured he would.
Your leader is again Cameron Rich. Sam Close lined up P2, though. Maybe we can see a good challenge for the lead early on here.
Maybe, I don't know. It looks like Cameron kind of gets to jump out there and is like, what's up, the jackrabbit? And then Sam's kind of like, yeah, you burn those tires off. I'll come see you in a little bit, bud. We haven't gotten the 20-lap run to see what people have yet, so.
Oh, right now we're working lap 23 of 80, so. All right, to answer the trivia question, I have a couple guesses in there, I think. Heinous Pilot comes through with Jeff Gordon. That's incorrect. Matt Ramathorn says Jeff Gordon. Hackathorn, I love that. Levi says Gordon. Then he changes it to most laps led is Gordon. Most laps completed is Terry Labonte. Terry Labonte is the correct answer.
Oh my God. Still?
Apparently.
Who? My God. I mean, he's been retired for like 10 years. Well, yeah, because he still didn't run Pocono when he ran the 32 starting park.
No, he didn't. And he's completed 9,883 laps. And I look over at the Xfinity Series. 25 drivers tied for 53 laps each.
Well, yeah, because it's been there one time.
Twice now. Twice too many.
They went there last year?
Yeah, they went 2016. Yeah, Kyle Larson, I guess, took that one.
Wow.
And also, I see they misspelled Grant Enfinger. It's Grand Enfinger, so that's.
I mean,
good.
you know, NASCAR can't get it all right.
That's Pocono's official site.
Oh, no. Then Pocono can't get it right.
Well, now that I gave away my hint, I guess I can't. Or my site, I guess I can't use those anymore. So, congratulations, everyone. Two by two going through turn 1.
2?
2, is it? Okay.
2 by 2 and 2.
Perfect.
Headed to 3. See if we can settle down here a little bit and get some laps in and see who's going to make that move to the lead. Got Chuck Sweeting kind of stalking there, and can't forget about Drew Eisenman also in the picture now, too.
Yeah, you have 3 Eisentech Enterprise cars in the top 4, so that's kind of scary to see.
All right, pace cars down, and we're back to green.
Sam didn't get too good of a start there. Eisenman kind of gave him a shove to give him a hand to keep going.
Actually, like, it kind of pushed Sam out and kind of backed up Drew a little bit.
Eisenman's moving hard on the outside through 1 and 2.
Made it stick so far.
Big drag race between him and Brooks Westphal heading into the tunnel turn. Brooks going to ease out of it a little bit. Go through their single file.
It looks like Peter Short was able to get around Sam Close there. Paul Ross trying to hold off Chuck there and get a little wide in 3 again.
Yeah, he got around Chuck on the restart. Chuck's smart. I think he knows that Paul Ross is kind of like a rat. Gets out there quick and kind of burns stuff. So Chuck's playing smart, man.
Well, you know, too, Trey. I mean, you can drive really hard and build a big lead here, or pass a lot of people, and if it goes green, it's going to cost you on tires at Pocono.
Yep, gotta pace yourself.
And then if you didn't, now you do know. Even in this weather, I mean, I know people are like, "Oh, it's overcast. You're not gonna." I mean, you're driving that much harder because of the overcast, so it doesn't really equal out the tire wear a whole lot. You just burn that much more.
Oh, the 87s are on big wreck.
Looks like Nick Miller part of that one as well.
Mike Stevens looked like they made a little bit of contact.
Finn sliding into that, misses it.
Turn 3, Mike Stevens at 63, slid up just a bit and hooked the front end of the 87.
Oh yeah, just hip checked him right in the wall.
Oh,
And then Nick Miller came in and finished him off.
Jeffrey Acree's done, I would say. He has a lot of front end damage from that. He T-boned the 87.
Yeah, that was a digger.
Oh, Kevin Finn, yeah, that was a slick ride there.
I dare say Nick Miller's probably done too, because that car was smoking.
87, 9, and 32, I believe, are out of the race.
Man, that was just. Whew. God, those were some hits. I think the 14, I called that from a different angle. He was like, where the heck do I go? Like, I got one on the bottom and one in the middle. What do I do? Just slam on brakes? And yes, you do. Well, I guess that's why you don't give up, Matt, because like we just saw, what, 2 or 3 cars there get taken out, so Kevin Finn's going to pick up a couple more spots.
Yeah, exactly, and he almost got involved in it, but luckily avoided it. All right, time for another. This one's gonna be from left field this time. How many career IROC wins does Richard Petty have? Big left fielder.
1,000? I don't.
Not everybody came down pit road. Some of the leaders. It's like Peter Short. Chuck
Yeah.
Sweeting came in.
True, yeah. Maybe the Eisentank guys kind of split up their strategy a little bit here.
32, Jeffrey Cree and Nick Miller in the 9, both done tonight.
You're not
Danny
really. I'm sorry.
Danny looked like he had a Fredericks moment there. He backed up, then went back ahead to get into his box.
Too far right. What is this? Looks like, I mean, you're still not in a window to make it from here, so if you're Cameron Rich, you out front's the best place to be. So Sam close as well. I mean, you know, it's not like these guys are just gonna eat you alive. So.
All right, man. Guys coming out of 3 and 4, lined up 2x2. Jeff Bodine, you know he's gonna wave that flag for the track. The car even gets off the track. See if these guys paying attention here on the front row. And Green's out.
I mean, I guess it does make it kind of impossible to jump the guy, though, Trey. It kind of sucks for the outside line. You can't really anticipate it.
We just saw Cody Wright change lanes before the start-finish line. But no sitting admin, so nobody's going to notice that.
Well, it should. No, he was already on the bottom. He actually initiated a pass before the start-finish line. Looks like Brooks Westphal taking over P2 there from Sam Close.
Racing.
Yeah, brought his big boy clothes tonight.
More than just a restricted play racing.
Yeah, you mean, you know, a win's a win, but yeah, he's looking to show he can get it done on, although it's kind of funny because this is a 2.5 mile track as well. So. Or is this 2 mile? No, it's 2.5, so yeah.
2.5, yeah.
Ironic if you could win on a still a 2.5 mile track. I still say we've seen it week in and week out from that 5 car though. He's waiting for that long run so he can try and, you know, manage his race. But he better be careful though that it doesn't sneak up on him that we end up with a short run and he's kind of mired back in traffic.
Yeah, and the way it looks now, Thomas and Trey, it's going to be a lot of short runs. But I mean, we're weaning off of cars here, so maybe we'll get some decent runs out of her.
I mean, it's only lap 32, so there's no time to hit the panic button yet. As we see the guys who came in got some fresh tires there last time, trying to work their way through is Drew Eisenman, Peter Short, and Chuck Sweeting looking around. Johnny Thomas and Williams Race Clark there.
Race Clark actually,
who has no rear bumper.
He's looking not too bad on the straightaways. He's kind of keeping even with that 77.
Oh, does he have that Jeff Gordon? I don't know, like that time in Charlotte when they ran faster when they knocked the rear bumper off.
I recall Mark Martin did the same. Martinsville, do you remember that track?
Yeah.
That was a dandy.
He did like what, 5 more laps and he won the race or something?
Easily, yeah. He was flat flying.
So Drew's gonna go around the race there and pull the 33 and 26 along with him.
I don't believe I gave the answer to the trivia question, did I?
I don't remember the question. So.
No, it was 0. And his pilot Matt Rama Hackathorn both got 0 on that, and I don't believe anybody else guessed.
I feel like they can just Google that, man.
Yeah, it was done. Yeah. I'm running out of material.
Well, hopefully we won't have any more trivia questions tonight.
We hope.
I'd like to see these. I'd like to see these guys do a green flag pit stop, at least one.
Looks like Sam Close tried to make the move on Brooks Westphal. They're not going to work out. Probably going to lose a spot to Paul Ross. No, thinks better about it. Yeah, green flag stop.
They are teammates. Maybe Paul just cut him a break there. Saw what he tried to do. So.
He didn't cut his other teammate a break in turn 1.
Okay.
True.
Looking through, no other huge battles going on right now. It's like Peter Short did get around Drew Eisenman there.
Yeah, I was just say they better stop messing around. It's Peter Short's coming on these fresh tires.
Race Clark might have hit the virtual aerodynamic wall now as he's dropping off more positions, and Cody Wright's catching him quite quickly.
Must have got the goodie out of those then. Might better be careful too. They got Mike Stevens coming through to bulldoze his way back to the front here.
Looking here, Matt Ramathorn says in the chat, IROC was after Petty's time, I believe. No, Petty actually ran 21 races in the IROC series, but he just sucked.
Wow, really? 21? Wow.
So,
That's
yeah.
what happens when you put them in fair equipment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Take that, King.
I'm sorry, like there's legit facts about Richard Petty having some better equipment.
Oh,
A little bit bigger motors, I believe. Eh?
Motors, money, officials. Running 17 times a week. Not that I'm bitter, I mean.
Brooks Westphal actually hanging pretty close there with their leader right now, Cameron Rich. They're running pretty close to the same. Actually, I think it was the exact same lap time last time by.
I'm getting 75 to 73, but close enough.
Almost Sam close as he's looking to pass that 41 right now in the backstretch or
Yeah.
Long Pond.
big run there.
Gotta say though, that's the best looking 41 car we've seen all year, considering Kurt Busch can't finish a race. So.
I kind of like
You
Kurt
notice?
Busch. Brooks got the 500 win, so
It's true, yeah. So just hope he doesn't blow up on one to go.
Brooks didn't lay over there in the tunnel turn. He actually raced him and held his own and kept that preferred line through 3 and 4 there.
oh, Paul Ross about ate that wall coming off turn 3.
He's done that several times. It makes me nervous. I think he's just gonna go up there and pop it, and that's gonna injure Knight. But he, like you said, Trey, they better look out because here comes that 33. Looking to set sail on the field tonight.
Approaching the halfway mark here in the next lap, or next 2 laps, sorry. The leader takes this time by. Right now, it looks like Cameron Rich is going to be pretty safe to take that extra point.
Just had Johnny Thomas on and off pit lane. Not sure what that one's about. See if I can find any damage report, or maybe he's doing a little strategy.
That's pretty good, Cameron.
Oh,
I know.
the inside camera shot?
Yeah, I know we're on the delay, so once they finally hear what I'm talking about, they'll be like, "What? That's TV1."
Well, no, it's Wendell, so it's TV3.
Yeah. Oh yeah, TV3.
But yeah, that was pretty nice. It's, you know, a little more refinement to the animations on iRacing, and it will kind of be cool to get some of those inside shots, even more details. Maybe some
Like
leg
the-
animations, since those seem to get broken now.
Well, when you look in the IndyCar visor cams, you can see why those guys have their legs scrunched all up in there.
I know.
Like
That's
it's like
weird.
it's like they're driving on top of the squatty potty.
Wow.
Looking in the chat here.
Speaking of squatty potties, Peter Short was able to get around Sam Close. I have no idea what that has to do with the squatty potty, but
Maybe you'll need it after you eat some of that red hot Cane's chicken.
Looking here in the chat, guys, do Chronic. Hey, how's she going, man? And they're shifting all in the ass. Are they shifting all around? They are not shifting at all, I don't believe. It's kind of unfortunate because I'd love to see that.
Yeah, not the current gear package that they have in real life for iRacing here. I believe the fixed setup would allow you to shift in hotter weather, but not with the speeds they're turning tonight.
The speeds that you're talking about, 33, Peter Short looking to get that Southwest back to P2, looking underneath the 41 in Brooks Westphal.
Actually,
It's
ran
coming.
a 10th quicker than Cameron in traffic last lap, so maybe those tires are going to come into play.
and Chuck with those fresh tires hadn't had the same luck as Peter Short. He's only up to 6th.
He did finally get around Drew Eisenman, though, so maybe he's, like we said, slowly, methodically, just working his way up here. Matt, you were talking about Reese Clark might actually fall into the hands of Cody Wright, but he's actually gapped him a little bit here.
That car actually has not lost that much speed, which is disgustingly surprising.
That's crazy. He ran a 53.18 last lap, which is good. Like you said, Matt, considering the car's been through World War III.
Yeah, I wouldn't count Chuck out. Last time by, he was the fastest car on the track. He ran a 68 to the leaders,
Yeah,
53 flat.
And Short ran a 7, so yeah, I believe as the laps continue here, normally you might see an even off point, but I don't think we ran enough for that to happen, so they're just going to continue to mow down Cameron's lead here.
Brooks Westphal at 41 still has not fallen back at all. He's looking pretty sporty. He's running competitive times with that 33 and 17, actually faster than later last lap, and gained a load of time coming off of turn 3 on that Peter Short machine.
You can see it, visibly to see it, like I said on the track. When you hit 3 right, you just gain so much speed on this front stretch. When you don't, you almost knock the wall down. So.
Leader coming into some lap traffic, very respectful with him though. Steve Ketterman.
Plenty of room at Pocono to kind of just ease out, let him roll by, and then get back in it. Just looking through the field, not seeing any other battles. Do still have Cody Wright and Mike Stevens kind of nose to tail here, but not making a whole lot of ground on race car. Who they might there, though, is the 22 pounds the wall out of 3 again.
Yeah, he's definitely down on straightaway speed. Is Mike Stevens going to eat him up here?
Yeah, the 08 down pit road right now. Not sure what that's about, so keep an eye on that. Looks like he's just going to get 4 times. No, he is done for the night.
Oh, they're wrecking Stevens. Race Clark.
Off the track, though.
Really?
Should stay green.
Just going to end the night for Mike Stevens, that's 63. And Race Clark in that 22.
That's an odd one. Looks like
That's
Steven.
a good way to put it.
Paul Ross headed to the pit lane. Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm sure they'll have some nice reviewing by the admins on that one. Kind of odd events there. Guess we're in a window, boys, to maybe think about pit stops. I know the 18 was struggling a little bit with long run speed there, it looked like. Burnt those tires up. Missing turn 3 like that a couple of times probably didn't help his right front any.
I have to call shenanigans on that one.
Well, you got Race Clark in chat saying, I was just about to let you by. Why?
Yeah.
I'm close just to get a little bit of that wall attitude. Yeah, that allows Chuck to get by him here. Surprised that 5 over there, Matt. Hasn't really shown a lot of speed as he's going to come to pit lane this time, I believe, with Brooks Westphal.
I just wonder if that's a little bit early.
I mean,
it's got to be on the edge. I mean, we're running, 41, 42 with 100%. We're at 75. That's
can you even make it? Those
that's
the thing.
close.
If you can you make it extended out far enough to make it anyway? Maybe these guys think you're gonna have to make another one anyway.
We'll see what Cameron Rich thinks here, because he's rounding the tunnel turn right now, and gonna think, seeing these guys jump off behind him, it might be time to come down and get some 4 fresh tires on that machine.
You got to remember too, though. Peter Short, Drew Eisenman, Chuck Sweeten, they came in and stopped on that last stop.
Yeah,
these guys didn't.
Sure did.
17 is staying it on track, so they might have an alternate strategy going here now.
Yeah, that's a good point. I think if this thing stays green, I think Peter Short and Chuck Sweeting, again, it's hard to tell because they're definitely going to have to stop again, but we'll see how it shakes out here.
Been about, what, 16, 17 laps since Cameron was on pit lane. So yeah, that's still early. Maybe these guys are just trying to cut it in half. Oh, that's weird.
I guess maybe.
Because you're right. I mean, it's an 80-lap race. You're still not anywhere within that one stop window. So.
And we went green again on lap 31. Right now we're working lap 48, so I don't know. I really don't know.
I'm sorry, I should say that, yeah, that's when we went back green, Matt. They didn't pit that time, so they've actually been out there. Well, yeah, he's actually getting close to his pit window then, because that would add about 5 or 6 more laps to it.
Yeah, it is. We went green 25, went back under yellow 27.
Just gonna motor around the lap machine there of Kevin Finn, and as the leader, you're not really saving a whole lot of fuel. You know, you're cutting the wake, and you're not really clutching it. So
that's true, and Peter Short's just slowly catching up to him here.
yeah, top 3 are kind of under a blanket there with lap times. As you would expect. They've just driven away from Drew Eisenman, who was in this battle earlier on, Matt, but he's not running the best of lap times right now.
Got ahead of the Jess Story, though. He's in the top 5. He was involved in that lap 1 incident, tore his car up pretty good, but
yeah,
he's rebounded nicely.
That right rear, I can't believe that thing's even staying on the track the way that thing's been up.
So Matt Hackathorn says the fuel window is 25 laps.
Good God, I was right.
Man, numbers are hard then, because if we can go almost 40 with a full tank.
I thought I was wrong because, like you said, 40 with a full tank, and I somehow got 25. I thought I was just, well, I'm bad with fuel mileage anyway.
So I could get like 27 then.
I'd probably get 23 out of this, then.
So yeah, then Cameron's not too far off from having to make a pit stop then.
Looking now, the old 08 of Steve Kedman's officially out of the race. Race Clark also, and Mike Stevens still sitting on pit road. He has 2 more laps before he is out of the race.
So that should, that would put even the guys that came in and pitted that second caution, that'd still put them pretty close to that window. We'd get to what, 55?
Just as you said that, Thomas, sorry, another thought here. That 88 is clutching it into turn 1.
Well. Where is Mr. Rusty Webb? He's in 6th. So we've got
Cameron Rich coming down pit road with, what, 30 to go. So if Matt's prediction's right, he's going to have to stop again.
And Peter and Chuck are going to have to squeak out 5 more laps to make it work.
If this plays out and doesn't come under caution, I actually keep my eye on that 88. If he can save enough fuel, because like you said, 5 laps, and I believe he pitted with that other group that came in. If he doesn't fall too far back, he might be sitting in the catbird seat. That's a lot of ifs, though.
I mean, yeah, he's clutching it, Matt, but he's already almost 24 seconds off the leader. So your pit delta is going to be, if you do have to come in and top off, you're pretty much going to be screwed.
Yeah, this is going to be a tight one here, especially with him still losing time. But we'll see what happens. I mean, yeah, I've seen crazier, but
Tell you what, I'm watching Chuck, and he's not clutching it, so he must be pretty confident that he can make it on just one stop.
Yeah, I mean, if you could stretch it to 54, and then, you know, if you just have to pit there, then you're gonna have to worry about it on the other side of that one, Trey. It's just kind of do what you can do. I feel pretty confident they could make it to just one more stop if they can get to that 55 mark. Looks like because of the pit stop cycle, Cameron Rich actually came out behind Sam Close and Paul Ross and Johnny Thomas. We got Peter Short headed to pit lane this time. So it's
26 as well.
It's one lap earlier than they need to, but you can save a lap.
I
We've
think
seen it
so.
done before. Here's the thing: you need to save the lap because the guys behind you cannot make it. They have to pit again.
Yeah, without a doubt.
So you better tell them to pack that thing full of fuel.
And you see 33 coming down pit road now, along with the 26. Hand over the lead. No, 77 Drew Eisman also down pit lane. So right
yeah, I
now,
mean they all pitted together. I'm sure they're on fumes.
Jess Story's your new leader. He's signaling
coming
he's
in
gonna be
this
coming
time.
in. Yeah.
You know that's good for him though. If he can get one more lap out of it.
88 still out on track. It's damaged, Jess, and he's. I don't know.
4
This is
threes
wild.
they're not going to help him any.
If this strategy works, I would be flabbergasted.
I don't think that's going to work because they're already. Let's see, where's Rusty at? He's going into he's halfway down the long pond, and Brooks Westfall is coming out of turn 1. So those guys have already pitted, they're going to catch him within 5 laps.
He hits the wall and he's spinning down in the. Oh my! It's the inside arm cut. Might bring it to caution. He's blown up.
He's way off the track. It should be fine. That's the risk you take of clutching it, though, Matt, because you might overdrive the corner if you don't clutch it correctly.
Yes, indeed. 7 is down pit road in his box.
Now he's got to hope that Chuck and Peter can't make it.
Yes, he does. New leader for the first time this evening, the 41 Brooks Westfall. I believe the first time since his Daytona 500 victory.
Yeah, I've just got Paul Ross, Sam Close, Cameron Rich right there.
And Cameron actually have to drive in traffic for the first time tonight, boys.
Yeah.
Peter Short got around Johnny Thomas there, who was our very early pit stop guy. He was definitely going to be a two-stopper.
Side by side going through turn 3, and ooh, she's getting tight.
Man, that's a... Whew.
Brooks Westfall was squirrely on exit too. That was that's not what Cameron Rich in that 17 wants to see.
It looks like Rusty Webb took her behind the wall.
Naturally.
Literally, he took it behind the wall after it. He almost made it behind the wall. He missed it by a little bit, though. You're going to have to be, what's the word they always use? Patiently aggressive here, I guess, if you're Cameron Rich, because you need to get by these guys and try and build that lead, knowing you're going to have to pit again.
Oh, he's got Peter Short right on his tail, so...
Peter's also got to be cautious, though. You know, he only, by our calculations, he should be either right on the window or a lap short. So,
I guess if you're Peter Short, you just hope, hey, maybe I can get past these guys and then just save then. But I don't know if I would just ride here in the draft and try to save that way. I think it's a whole lot easier than trying to clutch it in the middle of the turns like Rusty Webb, because you can see what happens when you do that. You can kind of wreck yourself. As I say that, he's going to make the move around the 18 car.
he said, we're not here to... I mean, Peter has nothing to lose. He's already got wins. He's locked in the playoffs, so...
Same as actually your top 4 right now. They all have wins in there, locked into the playoffs as Brooks Westfall clobbers the outside wall. Oh my God!
Saved it, though. Wow.
Ooh, that was close.
Whew. You don't normally turn them back to the right that good and save them. Ooh, he almost clips Paul Ross through 3 there.
He's having a hell of a time trying to get through the section.
That was a rough 2 corners for him.
83, Johnny Thomas has made it back down to pit road now, so see if that strategy works, because this should be his last stop.
Yeah, he's going to have to hope they run out, because he's going to be well behind the pack.
That's what I like to see, though, guys, is all this strategy play. It makes the races much more interesting, and some people say fuel strategy has no room in racing, but I'm sorry, it's nice to see. It's a good change.
Peter Short taking the lead there from Sam Close as he got around Cameron Rich the lap before.
I would like to hear the radio communication between those two and that unfolded in front of them.
Well, I know if one of those drivers was named Corey Bunch, he'd tell you to go high and drive into the wreck. So.
Yeah.
George Gibbs comes in now. Man, I'm really late. Sorry, guys. No trouble. You missed a few wrecks, but now we're green flags and hopefully green flag to the end.
Yeah, he's here for the good part now, the racing and the fuel mileage. Fuel mileage at Pocono, whoever would have thought that.
Yeah, that's shaping up to be a good battle in the top 5 here.
Sam Close makes it back by that 17.
Yeah, he's having a hard time getting around Sam here.
Oh, he dives it in there. See if this one works. Nope.
Got a little half and half on that pavement there and didn't like it. Well, got a good drive off that time. Oh, closest in the wall, though. That always helps.
That puts Chuck Sweeting up to P3 right on the tail fin of that 17 Boeing machine.
Really?
Sorry.
I want you guys to listen to Chuck. I mean, he's not jumping up the throttle, and this is a good way to save fuel. If you need to save, a lap or two, you can hear him. He's just slowly rolling out of the gas, kind of a little early, depending on the draft to keep him up there with these guys. It's a great way to save gas. So Chuck is looking to do his part here.
Well, this is not Chuck's first rodeo, as we know. Trey.
Oh,
no.
Peter Short loose.
Nice.
Saved it. Sorry, I thought he was going to end it into the inside wall.
Man, you're a drama queen.
I'm just here for TNT.
Calm down there, Rick Allen. There's no problems.
Oh, now Chuck's gonna clutch it. Yeah, he's clutching it a little bit.
It tells you they're just not within that window to make it. You have to save just that little bit, which Peter apparently is not doing. So. I think Peter's on the I'm just going to run it as hard as I can and hope a yellow comes out kind of strategy. Which we've seen, unfortunately, at the end of some of these cup races. It's been a little yellow to end them. So. No other little battles, though. Just the battle of fuel mileage. So I guess it's really, if these guys can't make it, Jess Story is looking pretty good there. Got an extra lap on these guys.
He won't be able to lose much more time, though, I don't think. He's right now just crossing the start-finish line.
Your pit deltas... Let's try and be smart with the number here, Matt. I'm going to say, 40, 45 seconds at least. Because, it's a long front straightaway where you're going,
That's
200?
True,
yeah. It's, 50 on pit lane? 60 on
60, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Chuck's loose at a 3X. Chuck's actually coming in this lap.
Oh, he's going to save it.
Might have been speeding.
14's on fire in front of him.
I just wonder if this is one of those where it's like, okay, if I can't make it, nobody's going to make it, so I'm just going to dump in early, get a splash, and go. No, he's going to actually change tires.
Wow.
I
Maybe forget to check them off. Brooks Westfall coming in with him as well. Paul Ross.
Still on pit road, guys. He never took left sides.
He might have a problem then.
Yeah.
Oh, there he goes. Interesting.
Long pit stop for Chuck.
Keep
That was,
updated on that as it happens. I'm not too sure what happened there.
23-second stop there. Maybe, probably the speeding on pit lane.
Oh, yes.
yeah.
Well, 5 of Sam close down pit lane now also. Saw Chuck peeled off. So.
Well, if that's going to be the strategy trade, then clearly someone's going to have to say, well, I'm going to try and make it. If all these guys can't make it, I'm going to try and make it.
Well,
But
yeah. If I'm,
I don't know who, other than Jess Story, I don't know who
yeah.
will.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. If I'm Jess Story, I'm staying out no matter what.
The 77 did pit with Peter Short and those guys, though, correct? Yes, he did. I
Yes.
think.
He did.
He's sitting
He's
back
running
there in
slower.
P3. He could do it. He could just decide, you know what, I'm going to back off a bit and maybe I can come away with a win. And he kind of ironic because he just went to part-time schedule.
Maybe he'll go back to full-time schedule. Unfortunately, nothing really Cameron Rich can do but kind of ride it out until he wants to make that final pit stop. Hope a yellow comes out before then.
Yeah, I think somebody else can be hoping for that yellow as Chuck. That speeding penalty pretty much killed his chances to win this if this thing stays green, I think.
Yeah, I clocked in about 67, 68 coming in. So, I mean, it's not... Normally you can woe down and, like to 30 or something and counteract that, but I guess it just wasn't enough.
Well, open setups, you can adjust that brake bias.
I don't know if you can... I don't know if you can these Cup cars or not, because it's not technically... Well, no, yeah, because they have a fixed series in the Cup Series, so you should be able to. One of those nice iRacing rules where you have to have a fixed series on the iRacing service to be able to adjust brake bias in fixed series. So. Yay.
Come on, Ferrari, right?
Yeah, because everybody likes 62% front brake. Everybody not named Gilgok.
Yeah.
Pretty hard to trail brake with that kind of brake bias. Yeah, I'm with you though, Matt. 77 looking like he might have something. I mean, best of the rest right now, I guess.
Be better if he had some draft, but looking
True.
around him, he's on his own little island out there, so...
You
See
can
if
back up to Jess Story.
Yeah.
You could back up that far though.
Saw Cody right there, missed up 38. Came in and out of pit road. He's being scored right now in P8.
Battle between Sam Close and Johnny Thomas there.
Sorry, he's P11.
Drive on by.
Oh, Danny Delmedia is also clutching it. He's 51 seconds behind, but he might gain some spots from that.
Yeah, that might not win him the race, but he could still maybe a top 5 if these guys run out. Although Chuck's already ahead of him and with the speeding penalties. So. Actually getting lapped right there. So maybe not.
Cameron Rich on and off pit road. That'll be his last stop of the evening, and we'll see where that cycles him through with the rest of these guys, especially that 77 teammate of his, Drew Eisenman.
And just right sides for that 17 as well. So.
He's had a little hard time there getting through 1 and 2 on his out lap.
But it's a little squirrely with those hot lefts and cold rights. Like we're starring in a Rocky movie there. You gotta hit him with the hot right left there, Rocky. So yeah, we have Peter Short still out here with a 10.8 second lead over Drew Eisenman. So Peter's definitely not gonna be able to save. What? Just story 26 seconds off from me. I believe Cameron can actually probably run back down Jess Story.
I'm listening here to Peter. He is not clutching it, but he might be rolling off the gas just a tick early, which will help him quite a bit.
Yeah, I don't know if it's going to help him enough. I mean, I think you're to the point. If I'm Peter Short, I'd just say, to heck with it. I pick my number, lap 3, lap 4. I run it as hard as I can and try to build up a gap and just come in and just take, a splash.
And they were, what, 1-2 laps short at the most?
Yeah,
so...
I think, yeah.
Well, he did run a second quicker than Drew Eisenman there, and he is Not even touching the gas at the corner, he's just letting her coast.
So honestly, I think if Cameron could get around Jess, Cameron might be sitting in the catbird seat here with that speeding penalty from Chuck.
Yeah, he's definitely looking pretty. As long as Drew's running pretty slow though, so he might have saved more fuel than both Chuck and Peter. So it might be his race to lose. I mean, he could theoretically run out in 3 and kind of coast with the gap he has over Cameron right now.
Yeah.
Just as I said, he wasn't saving. It looks like now Peter Short is back down his pace. He was quite slow in the center of 1.
That's too late to do that, though. You should have been doing
think
that at the
so.
start of it.
Yeah.
Of course, that's why we're up here and they're down there. So.
It sounded like Peter blew his car up.
Yeah, you gotta be careful. Surely he's not popping it out of gear, but if you were, I don't know why you would be, but that could easily go back in the wrong gear and you could Corey Bunch
He's
it.
coming down there, Long Pond, I believe, going into the tunnel. It sounded like he dropped a 3rd.
I don't think you want to shift if you're trying to
No.
save fuel.
I was
That's
just
the
thinking he was
complete
popping her
opposite.
out, yeah. I just figured he was popping her out, but it doesn't sound like it either, because you'd have some kind of audible change.
I don't know why you do that. Just clutch it and ease back into it. He is clutching
now.
it
He's
now.
clutching,
yeah.
yeah.
That's well, you're gonna have to be pretty good on the fuel saving. But he can burn a 12.5 second lead, really. So.
Yeah.
And he's going to here, because he's clutching deep there into the turn 3. I think he was clutching before the number 2 Pepsi sign.
I think he's also probably trying to figure out how far back he needs to clutch that, because if you clutch it too late, you'll end up like Rusty Webb. Or worse, Elliott Sadler.
Yeah, he's
Who?
clutching. He's clutching it in every corner now. So
And still only lost half a second to Drew Eisenman.
Well, it looks like Drew's starting to turn the wick up just a touch here. You're going to 4 that lap to his 9 last lap, so maybe he's a little bit safer in the fuel window.
Yeah, but you've only got 8 laps to go, so you better turn it up more than that.
yeah, true. And if Peter Short's only got to save a lap or 2, I think he could still do that kind of easily, especially with this lead he's got built up. He ran out. Yeah, he clutched pretty much the entire turn 3 there.
And he's not. He barely. Yeah, he didn't even hit 180 miles an hour at the start-finish line. So
Yeah, he ran out 55 that lap. So
I just think he may. I mean, I'm sure if he wins, it won't matter. But maybe went about this the wrong way and drove too hard, too long. You could have not had to been this aggressive saving fuel.
I don't know. I guess the flip side of that, Thomas, is you get aggressive early, you build up that 12, 15-second lead, then you can just kill your car and your lap speeds like he's doing right now, and you got nothing really to worry about.
True, as long as you don't run out. I mean, he only
Yeah.
lost another half a second to Drew, so it's not like he's really reeling him in.
Yeah.
Looks like Cameron Rich has finally caught Jeff's story. Should be a fairly easy pass.
Guys, on the exit of turn 3 there, Peter Short was going 150 miles an hour.
I think Cody Wright called him, was like, is this guy blowing up or what? What am I doing here?
And I was like, nope, pass me. I'm clutching at the start-finish line.
It's like Martinsville.
Dreisen cuts another 2 seconds almost into that lead. It's going to come out
Rich.
close here.
Into the outside of Jeff's story. Yep, gonna get it there. Should be able to clear him down here in turn 1. Jeff's story is very upset he got around him. Where that smoke was coming from. It looks like Corey Lindsey's car is on fire again on pit lane.
Nice.
Sometimes when it's not your night, it's not your night.
I'm looking here. Peter Short looks a little bit worse on fuel than we thought. He was clutching earlier than he ever was there. He clutched before the 3 almost.
Yeah, Jess Story said he had to let Cameron go because he's short on fuel. He pitted what a lap after. Yeah.
Right now, Peter Short is coasting down the front stretch.
Yep, pretty much.
He clutched it there right after the start-finish line.
It's down to 6.5. I'm telling you, Drew Eisman ran so slow these first 20 laps of the run. He probably is going to be, I mean, he'll be the best of the rest right now unless Cameron can catch him.
And again, Peter Short is very short on fuel, no pun intended. He's clutching halfway down the straightaways now.
Yeah,
And
he's
the
still
entirety
got
of the
5
tunnel.
laps to go. I hear that's quite a lot of Pocono.
Yeah, and Drew Eisenman has that car in sight now.
Oh, Peter Short kind of missed a gear there. Like you talking about, Thomas, that's the danger.
I think he's going so slow he feels like he has to pop it back in third to get it going again. But I would just leave it in fourth and let it chug along. It's not like it's going to stall.
I'll toss this number out.
Tall it out there.
A 57.3 for Peter Short last lap. Drew Eisman 53.9.
Yeah, he's within 3 seconds.
That's what you call I'm going to run out of fuel versus I'm not going to run out of fuel. Hopefully. Or actually, I hope they all run out of fuel and they coast to the line because I've never called one of those races.
It's like Talladega Nights.
Yeah.
They're running down the front stretch.
Push the car.
Coming in
You know,
here,
it
4
just,
laps left.
I mean, it's just, I hate it for Chuck because just think this guy would be salivating right now, but a speeding penalty
You
killed
know,
that.
it's bit him here before. I've seen him speed on pit lane and cost him a win here before. So it's one of those things. It's such a hot pit lane. There's Drew Eisman all over the back bumper here.
I think we'll have a new leader coming out of turn 1, guys. Maybe
Or
not.
is this the point where Peter Short says, "All right, this is enough. Go."
Maybe it's
No,
he's
gonna.
Nope, it's not. Okay. I mean, you could Senna him here and put him in the wall. But
He might be out of a job.
Yeah, he's gonna race him. So
I
all
mean,
or nothing.
Like we said, he burned up a 12.5-second lead.
Yep.
So
3 to go this time, guys. This is going to get tight and interesting.
Cameron Rich is still 11 seconds off this battle. So
I think the 77 also clutched it there in that corner. They were running so slow that it sounded like there's no engine noise.
it's forward. So I mean, it's like he caught Peter and is like, okay, maybe he'll run out, and I don't have to pass him. He'll run out, so I can just get around him. But it looks like he's trying to make the pass here, though.
Block.
Oh, it's a Kyle Busch block all the way to the grass.
You know what happens when you run me to the grass? Your car turns to a lawnmower.
I don't know how often I would try that one, Drew.
I mean, he owns the car, so if he wrecks it, it's his car. Now, there is no grass down the front stretch, so someone will get flipped into pit lane.
Really did a good run there. 2 laps to go. White flag next time. This is going to be very interesting if that 33 can make it.
I mean, what was one of his laps? A 57? That's 4 seconds off of a fast lap. Not a good run in a one, though.
He did.
How can he make it work on the outside in the tunnel?
Yes.
I would drive it in as hard as I could.
Oh, he left him plenty of room, though.
Yeah, he did.
Not 33. Get back out in front going into turn 3. It was coming to the white flag this time.
Gonna have to pinch him more than that to make that work. As he clutches it through 3. We could actually see this battle come down to who runs out of fuel first. As Peter sideways at
Drew's
him.
looking
There's
on
a
the
way
high
to block
side.
here.
White flag. Here we go, guys. Drew looking for a nice wide arc. See if he can get down there. Peter's going to pull just ever so slightly in front of him, but Drew's looking low now.
Crossover.
He's on the rumble
Cut
strip.
under.
Yeah, that was a good corner by Drew. He backed it up just a little bit early. He was able to get that runoff too.
New leader there, the
Yep,
77.
this pass.
Yeah. Peter has
It's
to
like Peter
clutch it.
Short. Yeah, got into the wall.
I believe.
Still
Oh,
not letting
Peter
him
got a
go,
run.
though. Good run out of the tunnel. Drew's going to set the clock.
Is Drew out of gas?
No, he
Might have
just had a
sputtered.
bad corner there. Yep, 77
77's
out of
gas.
fuel.
Out of gas. Out of gas.
33 out of gas.
They're both out of fuel.
It's not going to matter though,
Wow.
because Peter Short had just enough to grab the victory.
Have you
Wow.
ever?
That
That
little
is-
clutch in two
Yep.
may have been enough to let him get by him.
All guest story, and that 7's out of gas now coming to the stripe, and he does maintain 4th spot. Sam Close rounds out to your top 5.
That
That
was intense.
I will say hats off to Jess Story, man. Caught up in that early lap, that first lap wreck, and I mean he hung in there, battled all night long, brought it home 4th. So good job, Jess. And wow,
Well, you never give up because you can always come back.
that's right. I mean,
And he
just-
beat Sam Close, Paul Ross. I don't think that was just crazy. Peter said he's going to do some circles for the broadcast since he's out of fuel.
Trying to get some donuts.
It's pretty hard to do when it won't run. Well, they always say expect the unexpected at Pocono, and that was probably one of the most eventful ends we've had that didn't involve wrecking so far this season for a cup race.
Without a doubt. And how many laps to go green there? Almost 40, was it? Or more than 40? It was way more than 40.
More than 40. Yeah, went back to green on, I believe, 31, 32.
The great green flag run to end up a calamity-filled start of the race.
Yeah, like we said, that like Trey said, Chuck's going to kick himself for that one, but man, did that set up an awesome finish, though.
and hats off to Danny D. Almeida. He actually finished the race.
What?
One lap down, finished 11th. So way to go, Danny.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Well, what do you say? Let's get those interviews kicked off because I really want to talk to Drew and Peter.
Oh, he wants to talk to Peter.
Peter.
Oh, Peter. And that one might go on the highlight reel, boys, for the season.
Yeah, that was incredible. That was intense. That 77 just had a little bit more gas. He might have been able to be side by side coasting with that 33.
Well, speaking of a man who had plenty of gas, we have our third place finisher tonight, Mr. Cameron Rich. Looked like you had the dominant car most of the night there, but kind of got off with the strategy and had to play catch up there at the end. Tell us about your night.
Maybe next time I should listen to my teammates. That sucks. Why couldn't they run out like 5 seconds earlier? Is what I say. But it was pretty fun. I didn't expect to be as fast as I was because Pocono's never been super awesome for me, but it was pretty good. The tires didn't wear as bad as I thought, so it's pretty much go hard the whole run and hope for the best.
Yeah, I mean, we saw you all those early restarts. You just kind of jumped up there and set the pace. Said we kind of noticed that, brought up in the broadcast. The tires didn't seem to be a huge issue. I mean, everyone came in and took them after 10, 15 laps of running there. But like you said, you didn't follow your teammate's strategy. Did you were you maybe banking? Well, we've had this many yellows. We're surely going to have one more before this thing's over.
Well, honestly, most of the time my teammates are wrong, so I don't listen to them. No, I'm just kidding. But I wanted to try something. I thought they would run out earlier, and I just screwed up and got beat. So, I have nobody to blame but myself. And of everyone to lose to, I hate losing to the two that beat me because they're my teammates, and I want to beat them. And especially that 33 because he wins a lot, so I want to beat him even more.
Well, unfortunately, Cameron, you weren't privy to the knowledge that we saw there. One lap that Peter ran when he was clutching it, which was literally the entire length of a straightaway almost, was a 57-second lap. So you were almost in the picture. Say you had about another 2 laps, but I don't think we would have had that issue because they definitely would have came down for some more fuel.
Yeah, they ran out of turn 3 on the last lap. So maybe one more lap or more corner, because I think they were both pretty much dry by the time I crossed the line. So, whatever. That's racing, You win some, you lose some. Sometimes you have enough gas, sometimes you get the extra in your roll bars and whatever. It's how it goes.
All right, Daryl.
Well, if it wasn't for Pocono having 3 corners, you might have had a chance.
Yeah. We need that turn 4 because that might have helped me. But, it was fun. I had a lot of fun tonight, and there was a lot of actually good racing there near the middle with me, Sam, and Brooks. Brooks, I think, and I think Paul. It's pretty fun there. To be all bunched up at Pocono, you don't expect that.
Yeah, Brooks Westfall showed a lot of speed tonight, so I think he kind of fell victim to that fuel game as well. So his finish didn't represent how well he ran all night, but valiant effort, Cameron. And before we let you go, give us those shout outs, man.
Well, the only person I want to shout out this week is pretty good friend of the league, Levi Zielinski. He's kind of going through some bad stuff, so hopefully he's watching. Just want to let you know that we're all thinking about you, and we're all behind you here at 3 Wide. And I know I never raced against you, but I hope I can soon, and I'm pulling for you, bud. So, it's a bad situation, but hopefully knowing that you got a little bit of support will be pretty good for you.
Alrighty, folks, there is your P3 finisher tonight, Mr. Cameron Rich.
I'm looking for Drew here. Somebody grab him because I don't see him.
Looks like we don't have our P2 runner
Don't.
tonight,
All
Mr.
right,
Landry.
let's go grab Mr. Short.
Turn out.
Oh, right in mid-conversation.
Surprise!
Sup, guys?
Winner, chicken dinner. I thought the issue was in doubt. You ran a 57-second lap. I think you clutched it the entire lap. Was still able to save just enough. You ran out, I believe, coming out of turn 3 and was able to better Drew just by a drop, maybe. But tell us about your race tonight, Peter.
Yeah, it was a good race tonight. Lots of good give and take with lots of drivers, and it made for a really pleasant race. Lots of green flag racing, which was great. Drew and I, we kind of got off strategy there a little bit. Drew and I were kind of running the numbers in our heads, bouncing it back and forth, and Cameron was in the debate, and Cameron was the leader at the time, and we decided to do something a little bit different and go down and take tires. And I think I had like 2 or 3 lap pressure tires, and those tires really helped out, and I was able to get back up into P2. And then Cameron pitted, I think, a lap or 2 before us, and I knew that I didn't think he'd be able to make it, and I thought at that point I would be fine. And then I was running, I'd caught Cameron, and there was a big gaggle of cars. I was able to get around him, and got out to maybe a 1.5-second lead, and I looked down, and I was about 1.5 laps, 2 laps short. And I went, well, crap. And I know Drew had said that he was good, and I knew I had a 12 to 13 second gap on him. And from about 10 laps to go onwards, I knew he was saving tires. So saving fuel, excuse me, I knew that I could try and manage that gap. And I put the car in neutral for such a long time. I got out of turn 4 and turn 2. There isn't a turn 4 here. anyway, coming out of turn 2, I'd put the car in neutral halfway down the short chute, and just try and keep the car's momentum to roll as far as I could through the corner before getting back into fourth gear and getting it up off. And I was really surprised that I was able to save enough, because it was about 10 laps ago when I started to save, and Drew had been saving the entire run, and it literally came down to a drop, because as soon as I came on the radio and said I'm out, Drew go around me, he said I'm out too. It was really close on fuel, and I mean, it's been a long time since I've last won a fuel mileage race, and it's always kind of cool to do that. And you guys, there was a battle at the end, so really, I don't think you could have made a better Pocono race. It was a lot of fun tonight.
That's what my question was, Peter. I heard you. It sounded like you jumped into third gear a couple of times. Was that actually what I was hearing, or was I just hearing fourth gear getting initiated some kind of weirdly?
So there was one time when I tried to pop the car into neutral and it jumped into third, and very, very luckily did not blow up the motor. I was off the gas at that point, so I'm guessing that's probably what did it. And I popped it back into neutral as quick as possible. There was a couple times when I was getting a run off the corner, and I thought I had a decent enough run to pop the car into neutral just for another split second, because I knew that I was going to be really close on fuel. When I hit that white flag, my fuel gauge had hit 1.0 lap right before the start finish line, and I thought Drew was at least half a lap to the good at that point. And so I really just on that last lap, I did that. I put the car in neutral in turn 1 and put it in fourth, and got what I thought was good enough run that I could pop it back into neutral for a split second, and then Drew was able to get a run on me and get by me. And then in turn 2, I don't know if he just overcooked it a little bit or what. He got tight and ran me down to the apron on the backstretch, and it was so much fun. I mean, I knew Cam was back there. I knew any little slip up, we'd slip into the clutches of Cameron. So it was cool. It was really mind games at the end.
I know in drag racing we call it the money shift, because you missed that gear, it cost you some money. It happened to me. It cost me $3,500 for a transmission. But anyway, good job eking it out, Peter. But before we let you go, give us those shout outs, man.
I know Drew really badly wanted to win this race, and I thought he had me. I 100% thought he had me there at the end, and I know he's he really wanted to win it, and he had a fantastic shot at it, and he's probably a little bit upset because he thought I was a lot shorter than I was at the end, and part of that was just those last 10 laps clutching it, or not clutching it, but putting it into neutral and coasting. And I was, with 3 laps to go, I was able to get my number. So I think when I said that, I think it kind of crushed his hopes and dreams a little bit. But at that point, I thought he was still going to get me, because I thought he was still way to the good. So, a lot of clean racing up through the field. So, and of course, I've seen some of the cool stuff that Cold Hard Art are putting out. Cold Hard Art, they did a Dale Earnhardt, looked like a Transformer Megatron-like thing, and that thing's really cool. If you don't follow them on on Twitter, you need to go over and do that. And everyone for Corey for putting this league together.
All right, Peter, we appreciate it, man. We'll see you next week.
Thank you.
Yes, we will, but only one race next week, boys. No cup race. Get a nice week off. Gets to celebrate this fuel mileage. Went in to 2 weeks till we head to the Irish Hills of Michigan, which could set us up for another fantastic fuel mileage race. And you can check out your favorite driver here in the series and where they finished tonight as the lovely Widow James scrolls the results across your screen right now.
But you know what, Thomas? We might be away from the Cup Series for a while, but never fret. Never fret. Fans of OCR TV, you can find us Wednesday night for the Scars Ferrari Challenge live from Le Mans Speedway.
Well,
come join.
technically.
Come join. Don't give me that. Technically, it's Le Mans.
I mean, technically it's Lassard, but
Yeah, whatever. Anyway, join us Wednesday night here on OCR TV for an exciting Ferrari Challenge. If you haven't seen these guys run, you're looking for a treat. I mean, these guys are great. Great battles all throughout the field. 45-minute time race. It's going to be great. Coverage is going to be brought to you by myself and Wendell James. Driving will be Thomas Morris and Matt Kingston. So,
pacing.
Yeah, but it'll be fun, man. Come out and see us Wednesday night.
For sure. Check us out then, and be sure to check us out again here for 3 Wide on Sunday night as we're at Volusia Speedway back in the Dirt Series to get dirty one more time. But that about wraps it up tonight, folks. Hope you enjoyed the show. For myself, Matt Kingston, almost forgot your name there, Trey Landry, and Wendell James, we will see you Wednesday.
See ya!